Hello everybody, welcome to a new trading update. 1% profit in the last 24 hours for all of my subscribers. So everybody has been very happy about this, and I've gotten some feedback. And I'm going to show you some of that feedback here in a couple minutes. Also, my website is now showing a $99 fee for my subscription service to my copier, and I know that can be a little pricey, but there's reasons behind why I think it's $99 is a good price. Because one, not too many people can get upwards of 10% per month with their software or trade copier or trading in general, and on a consistent basis. I'm also offering a free VPS, which is a virtual server, so you can load up your chart software onto this virtual server, and it's always connected to the internet and taking trades. This allows you not to need to leave your computer on at home and connected to the internet, because some things can happen. You have power outages, your computer shuts off by itself, and that can be an issue when you're needing to take every single position that I'm having copied to your account. So you don't want to miss trades, and so that's why I'm offering the VPS solution, because I want this to run as smoothly as possible in the future. And so far, I'm able to get in contact or respond to people within a very timely manner, and so I'm hoping to continue that. And in most cases, about an hour or in less than an hour, I'm able to reply to people in the issues that they've been having. And I also have a Telegram channel where you can reach me personally, and I also do announcements, and you can chat with everybody and make sure that everything is running smoothly in that way too. So I'm offering a little bit something more than what your typical trade copier services, and so that's why I'm pricing it at this level, is because I'm putting the effort in to make it worth your while. There's also 2 weeks of free trial in there as well. I want you to try out the service, make sure you like it, make sure you're profiting, and then take it from there. Okay, so with that being said, when I launched my video last night announcing the $99 price, I got my first sale like 2 hours or 2 or 3 hours after that happened. So I'm pretty excited about that. That means that people are seeing value in that $100 price tag a month. And so let's see what this goes. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I might start restricting how many people I want into the service because I want to be of help. I don't want to get overwhelmed. I want to make sure that I am able to help people and be a supportive people when it comes to making sure that things are running smoothly. I want everybody to profit, and if I have too many people on my team in trying to help get set up and everything running smoothly, then it might be harder for me to do that. So I'm thinking that I might restrict my signups to potentially 20 to 30 people in the longer run, and then after that I will probably stop accepting any new people at that point. So take advantage of the price and my service right now, because it's not going to be around forever when it comes to new signups. But for those that are in now and those 30 that I potentially will accept in the future, they will always have indefinite service as far as long as I'm trading. Alright, so with that being said, let's get into the charts and see where things are right now. We don't have any open trades, and let's talk about what happened and how that 1% profit was made in the last 24 hours and maybe the week. So let's do a week recap right now. Thanks. So I wanted to show you guys some quick reactions to those that are using my trade copier service at the moment. You can see here, thanks for the 3.2% profit this week. Yvonne, anyway, at the moment, I'm very satisfied with your trading system and services. Even have some coming in on YouTube as well from this user, where he's recommending my signal, try it out, better than Ponzi schemes. Never thought I would be compared to a Ponzi scheme, but that's fine. It's just because what's different about this is you can actually see the trades go in and out of the market, and you can see that they're taking profit. When you're involved in, like, who knows if it's a Ponzi scheme in the crypto market or somewhere else, you never know how those profits are actually made and how they're dispersed to you, and it can be a little tricky. So for those that are involved in or have been involved in the Ponzi scheme, this is something that's real. It's something that you can see happening on your account in real time, which is the way it should be.
All right, so he's just sharing 3 days of results, which have been 2.6% profit. And he gives you a link to the picture of his account, which you can see $31 profit on a $1,200 deposit. You can see all the trades that have closed out. So yeah, so I'm profiting and my users are as well, and I try really hard to make sure that they are and that everything is running very smoothly. And I will continue to do that. All right, so let's get into the charts and show you what happened and how that 1% profit was, or over 1% profit was made. So let's talk about the first orders that were happened on the New Zealand CAD. So this order was in on Friday last week, and second order, third order, and fourth order, and it kept creeping up. It was really quite annoying because this pair was lacking a lot of volatility all week. Just wasn't moving. And then we had a fourth order that went after a new spike. So some news came out causing a spike in the market. And then later on in the afternoon, it just plummeted, and it plummeted hard. And that's exactly what we were looking for. We were looking for that pullback. And we closed out our basket of trades for an overall close to 1% profit. It was about 0.75% on just that one basket of trades. And we also, at the same time that those New Zealand CAD trades closed out for profit, I closed out the pound Canadian dollar as well, or my robot did, for a small amount of profit on that one as well. So later on, after all trades were closed out, about an hour or two went by, and we had another sell pound Canadian dollar trade, and this one was really clean. Look at this entry, and then it was pretty much down the entire way. We were able to pull out a really good amount of profit, and if you see this, you can see where it closed out right at the bottom of this candle before it shot back up. So this was all done while I was sleeping, because I have an algorithm that I mentioned already that does this all for me. And it trades exactly the way I would, and does all the risk and money management all on its own. Okay, so those are the trades, and it gave us some really good profit. So what that looks like on my personal account is right here. I received this week 1.67% profit. So for those that are copying me, since trades are somewhat of delayed closing out, so my trades that are copied to your account could take a second or two to close out, and so results will be slightly different for everybody. Some will profit slightly less than 1.67%. Some will profit more than this. But overall, we should come out with an overall profit for each week. And you can see the results are excellent, and they have been. So the 1%, 1.02% for today, it was quite nice. And it puts us up for a 6.42% profit, so still a little bit under expectation of the 10 to 15%. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit, guys. The 10 to 15%, it might be an overshoot. And as you know, I try to be as transparent as possible. And I have made changes to my strategy since January. They went into action in January, right? But the changes were to minimize the risk of the strategy, or to help the risk. And that's something that I'm always constantly doing, and I've been doing it for 4 years now, is trying to minimize, lower the risk and increase the gains, or at least keep the gains, the potential gains, the same. And in this case, I minimized the risk, but potentially also slightly lowered the profit. But the minimizing of risk is pretty substantial. Now, previously in December, my projected risk level for the strategy was about 30%. But now I would, if I were to take a good guess with all my testing and my experience with the strategy, I would say that we're probably not going to exceed 20 or so % of drawdown throughout the entirety of using the system. But it will push our profit down a bit. So I'm going to start recommending or saying that we're going to shoot for 8 to 12% each month to fall into a more realistic category for expected gains. I do still think that 10% is very possible and very likely, But for the rest of this month, which is only about a week left, I think that will be lucky to even reach 10% at this point. Okay, so hopefully that's not a disappointment to you guys, but keep in mind these are actual trades going in real time into the market. This isn't some I guarantee you or I'm giving you some cut of profit. This is active trading, real live trading. Okay, so back to the charts. You can see that the $120,000 account has no trades in as well. And we had a very similar action, and if you guys want to know how to load the actual orders onto the charts themselves, you just drag and drop them from the terminal onto the chart, the closed trades, and you can see what they look like on chart. Okay. I think I have one more in here. There it is. All right, so very similar closeout at Oanda, but the profit's quite a bit different. As I mentioned before, it has to do a lot with the leverage. So you can see that for this account, which is Oanda, they have a 50 to 1 leverage when the broker that I'm trading this account on, which has the 29% profit, I'm using about 4 times more risk. And it's because I'm allowed to, because the broker allows me to have more leverage. So profit for this week is quite a bit different at 0.33% profit, but it's still $400 on this account. And for the week, 0.57, 680, 230 pips. All right, so for the month, going pretty well. My projected profit for this account on the month was about 3 to 5%. We're going to undercut that as well for this month. And again, I don't have a problem with that. I'm more about protecting the account or keeping the risk low instead of trying to overdo it by increasing the profits. And I want to make that a very strong point to you guys that I know that some of you want more gains than 8 to 12% a month, but you got to be realistic with what you want, with what is achievable. 8 to 12% is considered great. If you look at any other investments in the stock market or anything, a 12% gain in a year is considered fantastic. And so 8 to 12% per month should be looked at something pretty remarkable. And it's something that I shoot for, and it's my goal in my objective. But since we're trading in an active market, it's hard to actually calculate what my gains are going to be because the market is always changing and we look for the best possible signals, and sometimes the market doesn't give me those all the time, and so it's important to wait for those great opportunities so I can take full advantage of them. And sometimes that requires waiting. All right, so I think that's it for what I wanted to cover in this video, in this recap, this weekly recap. And for next time, good luck to you guys. And for those that are joining in now, and I'm happy to have my first sign up last night for the paid service, and want to see where this goes. And for those that are copying my trades that were part of that 3-day promotion period, those 57, just to clear this up again, you guys will always get continued free service. That was just the promotion. That was the promotion starting out. You are basically my beta testers. You were the first people to get on board, and because you were the first to really take action, that's this kind of service that you'll get is it being free indefinitely as long as I'm trading. And hopefully you guys can give me more continued feedback. Maybe I can get some permission to put some of your comments on my website, whether for reviews, and you can find ways of helping me out in that way. That would be fantastic in helping me grow this into where I want it to be. So thanks everybody for your support, and congratulations on the profit, and let's keep this going. All right, bye.